Today, I am doing another video, and it is going to be a pretty fun one. I am doing my top 10 favorite NES games, the Nintendo. That being said, it's not, definitely not the best games on the NES, or the must-buy games. This is just my personal favorites that I own. There's plenty of other games that I've played that I don't own right now, that I plan on getting in the future, but this is just my favorite 10 favorite games that I own right now. So yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's get on with it. Let's get started. Alright. Alright guys, well today I'm joined by my cat Molly. How you doing, girl? Good girl. Okay. Anyways, you're not here to see my cat though, you're here to see my favorite NES games. So, without further ado, let's get started. Again, this is not the best NES games, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be some unpopular opinions in this video because I have a tendency to look at the good parts of games. So a lot of the games that are considered shitty or bad, I actually probably love. And yeah. Starting off with a memorable one, to say the least. Let's go with Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, that's right. I love this game. It's one of my favorite games on the NES. I've never beaten it. Well, then again, all these games I've never really beaten. I'm almost done Kirby's Adventure, but yeah, this is a great one. It's hard. It's quite hard, but it's got a lot of charm, and it's a really good game. I love it. And yeah, this was one of the earliest actual NES games that I owned. See, I grew up playing NES games, but I played them on this Famiclone system, so it's a clone of a Famicom. So I happened to play a lot of games, and like I had a 401 cartridge, and there was a lot of games that on the NES are actually really expensive, so that's why a lot of those games that have big memories with aren't on this list because I don't own them yet. But you know, hopefully I'll be able to get them eventually. Some of these games range from like $100 up to $500. I'm like, what the hell? So, you know, I'm not in any rush to get them, but you know. Anyways, yeah, this is a great game. Ghosts and Goblins is a lot of fun, and yeah, definitely at least give it a chance. You know, keep an open mind for some of this stuff. Anyways, moving on, we have now. This is one that people probably aren't going to argue with me on, but you know, it's Kirby's Adventure. It's got a battery save. That's a good thing, so you can actually save your game. That's awesome. But yep, Kirby's Adventure is a great game, side-scrolling platformer. The first game where Kirby could actually absorb his enemy's abilities. But yeah, it's a great game. Definitely play this one. It's a lot of fun. Never played this one a lot growing up. I think I played it on the Kirby's Dream Collection on the Wii originally, but you know. Oh, I never played Ghosts and Goblins growing up either. I only played that one a few years ago. But yeah, both great games. Moving on. Here's one that I did play as a kid. I played the Famicom version, but it's still the same game. Anyways, it's a game I really love, and it's a lot like Rolling Thunder. And actually, it's better than Rolling Thunder. At least the first one, anyways. The second and third ones on the Genesis were amazing. But anyways, it's a Codename Viper on the NES. Of course, it's on the NES. This is an NES video, but whatever. Yeah, I love this game. It's and yeah, you can actually jump and shoot in this one, unlike the first and I believe second Rolling Thunders, where you can't jump and shoot. But yeah, this is a great game. It's by Capcom, so you know you can't go wrong. Capcom on the NES was almost always awesome. But yeah, Codename Viper. Excellent game. Definitely recommend it. You can still get it for probably like 20 bucks or something, so it's not bad. Next up, we've got one that I'm sure anybody and everybody who's owned an NES has played if they've ever had an NES or played on one. Anyways, it's cheap as fuck. It's like a $5 game. It's the most common game on the NES. And anyways, it's Mario Duck Hunt. But yeah, it's got Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. Two great games in one, two classics. So obviously this one makes sense, right? It's got a side scroller for the controller, and you got a zapper game. So it's a great mix. And yeah, definitely recommend this one. This is where it all got started for the NES. So yeah, great stuff. Moving on, we've got one of my favorite games of all time. I got a lot of memories with this one. I did play this one as a kid, and it's great. Anyways, it's the original Double Dragon. It's like a flawless game in my opinion. And I think the NES version is the best version. I like it better than the arcade version, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, it's really good. As you can see, this was came from an old pawn shop or something. Game Time Inc. Wonder if that phone number still works. Who knows? But yeah, pretty cool. Great game. Excellent stuff. Really good. And yeah, definitely do yourself a favor and get this game. This is one of the best on the NES. No, without a doubt, it's so good. And yes, I love side scrollers and I love beat 'em ups, so it makes sense for me. Anyways, moving on, we've got one that I would say just about everybody loves. And yeah, it's Contra, the original Contra. I don't have Super C yet, but I plan on getting it eventually. There's a ton of great games on the NES, so obviously I'm not going to own all of them at the same time. I got about 60 games now, I think, and my collection is still growing, so yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, Contra, really good. Fighting aliens, going around like Rambo, badass. By Konami. Of course, it's a classic. I don't need to tell you about it because it's a great game and you know about it. Now, this next one, I'm gonna be honest with you. It might even be my number one favorite game on the NES. I don't know, but it's definitely up there. It's probably in my top 5 games of all time. And I know this is you guys are gonna hate me for this. And yes, it's an LJN title. And I'm gonna tell you something. LJN was not that bad. LJN was not that bad. Okay, they actually made some great games. People just they expect perfection, and if something's not perfection or popular, they're just gonna go with what everybody else says. So yeah. Anyways, it's the Karate Kid on the NES. I'm gonna tell you something. It is hard, but it's not impossible. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. I'm Every time I play, I make it to the last level. There's 4 levels, right? You got the tournament at the beginning. That's a breeze. That's easy. The second one is a bit harder. It's the third level with the wind hazard that takes all your lives. And then the fourth one, they've got spears. So, it makes it 10 times worse. So, but yeah, I've even made it to the boss on the last level. I just haven't beaten him because I lost the little bit of life I had left. And that was just a fluke. But yeah, I definitely plan on beating this someday. I love this game. I don't give a shit what anybody says, and if any of you love this game, please leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. It would help me greatly. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you for watching. And yeah, that. But yeah, I love this game. If any of you love this game, please let me know. Anyways, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Moving on, we've got obviously a classic. Nobody's gonna disagree with me on this one. It's one of the best games on the NES, and it is, believe it or not, a boxing game. And anyways, it's Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Mike Tyson in his prime, right there. What a dude! But yeah, pretty cool. This isn't the this is before they reissued it without Mike Tyson in it. This is the original version, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. And this is the version I'd rather have. You know what's funny? I bought this for $70 at one time because that's the cheapest one that was on eBay. But now they're out for like $50 on eBay, and I'm like, fuck me. That just pisses me off because I paid a lot more than I should have. But whatever. It was worth it. Anyways, yeah, definitely pick this one up. It's worth your time, worth your money. And anyways, yeah, great game. Moving on, we've got Another great game is probably, and it's one that the Angry Video Game Nerd did a video on, and he hates it. Lots of people don't like this game, but I don't understand the hate that this game gets. There's not a damn thing wrong with it. It's a great game. Anyways, it's Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout. Focus. Okay, it's kind of focused. But yeah, Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout. By the way, spoiler, Porky Pig is on the cover, but he's not actually in the game. Don't know why, but you know, it's cool. Great game. I love this game. Yeah. Yep. Definitely seriously guys, give this one a chance. It's worth your time anyways. If you like Looney Tunes and you like Nintendo, this is a great game to buy. Focus. There. Oh shit. There we go. She's focused. Okay. That's a good game. That's a great game. Now moving on, we've got another one that I had from my childhood that I played a shit ton of and I loved it. By the way, I did play Double Dragon as a kid as well. I think I already told you that, but whatever. Um but yeah, it is a wonderful game. And it's based on one of my favorite movies too. That being said, I have a shit ton of favorite movies as well. So like if I say my favorite games of all time, I could probably do 100 games and still have more I wants to put on it. It's like not even a problem. And same thing with movies. I got so many favorite movies that like, you know, I don't know. But anyways, it's RoboCop, the first RoboCop on NES. The second one was not that great, but the first one and the third one were awesome. I still need to get the third one, but that one costs like $130 or something now. So I'll definitely get it eventually, but not yet. But yep, RoboCop. Awesome. That's great. I love this game. It's great gameplay. But yep, very memorable game. Anyways, yeah, there is a bunch of games that are on the NES that I played as a kid that I don't own, and they're like all over $100 each, and I don't have them yet, and because they would be on here because I got a lot of memories. Some of those games are Power Blade, Snow Brothers, Kickmaster, Mighty Final Fight. Um, what else was there? Rockin' Cats, although I didn't have as much memories with that one. It was just okay. The other ones are amazing though. What else was there? I know Adventure Island 3 and Ninja Gaiden 3. Those are both over $100 now. I need to get those as well. Um, let me see. Let me see. What else was there? Mighty Final Fight. Oh well, whatever. I'll let you know some other time. Anyways, yeah. If I ever get those games, I'll definitely show you and let you know. So yeah. Definitely check out my channel. Love you guys, and until next time, I will see you later. Oh, before I go, I just thought about it. The game I was thinking of was Gunak, the shoot 'em up, the shmup. Really good one. That's an excellent game, and that costs like 500 or $600. So I don't see myself getting that one anytime soon. But that's the one I was thinking of. Just letting you know. So yeah. Until next time. See ya.